Hi, we're Matt and
Monico.
and this is part 2 of the video Moving Abroad with Children and how to make this transition a positive one for everybody.
In part 1, we mainly focus on the impact of moving to a new country with children of specific ages and what you as a parent should provide for your children when moving abroad. If you haven't seen this video yet, click on the link that is showing up above us now.
In this video, we are going to give you all the useful tips we have found and are given by parents who have already made the move with children. As mentioned in the previous video, so far we have mainly got this information from parents with little children.
However, for us, these tips have been very useful because the biggest challenge that we are experiencing right now is moving abroad with our son. He will be 9 years old when we want to move, but we also have a sense of guilt when thinking about going abroad.
Yeah, and he has never lived anywhere else other than in the Netherlands. When he was very young, we did manage to travel a lot, so he could experience being out of his natural surroundings, so to speak. But with COVID-19 in 2000 and the travel ban, we mainly stayed in the Netherlands and our neighboring countries. And now he has come to an age where it is mandatory for him to go to school. So bye-bye for the long holidays, right? So these tips have given us a bit of a guideline on what to do to prepare him as best as possible and to minimize the impact of the move.
Again, these are just tips and every child and situation is different. So no guarantees here. But whatever we read and whoever we spoke to, it all comes down to this. The more prepared your kids are for the move abroad, the best possible start they will have once you live in a new country. Like almost everything in life, preparation is the key to success.
Yeah, that's right. So let's get started with the most important tip we have found. Involve them in the decision making. For babies and toddlers, this is of course not applicable, but it is crucial that you involve your kids in the whole moving process. Depending on their age, they should take part in the decision making.
Children learn through doing and experiencing, so you need to give them the opportunities to do so. The need for autonomy and the feeling that they are contributing will give them a positive feeling and confidence in tackling new things.
So, involve your kids and ask them for help with things, so they feel important. Things might take slower when they are helping you out, but the challenge for you here is to keep patient and make the whole process a fun thing. Again, depending on the age of your children, let them decide too. For example, ask your child what we are going to have for dinner, in the last couple of weeks before moving. But also, once you arrive in your new country, let them decide the color of the room or specific furniture. Even when it's hideous, it doesn't matter. It's important. Or even better, if you can't decide between two houses, let your child decide. Only if both houses have equal potential, of course. The goal is that they feel that they have some control in the whole moving process.
The next tip is give suggestions on how to stay connected. Older kids from 9 and above will have to say goodbye to their friends. But as a parent, it is important to reassure them that they have all kinds of ways to keep in touch.
Yeah. Before leaving, make sure your child has set up a way to keep in touch with his or her friends. For example, you can do it through FaceTime, Zoom, Facebook, or through old-fashioned letters. You should test and trial this, of course, if it's the first time for your child and his or her friends, so they can experience it all beforehand.
While we're talking about connecting, perhaps your child can already connect with somebody from his future school or any other child from an expat forum or Facebook group. And once there, start to integrate through school, sports, and hobbies.
Let your child do the research. If the age is appropriate, let them search for information about the country you will be moving to. Let your child get excited about all the things you can do and have him or her plan activities that you will do as a family once you're there.
Next one is have a hobby. Find something that your child is interested in or a hobby that can be done in a new country so he can connect quickly with others in the same age. You can also enroll them beforehand in clubs so your child can get started soon and meet up with other kids their age.
Yeah. We also found a tip that before the move, it's also good for your child to start a hobby in which your child can easily connect with other children, such as a team sport. Our son joins a judo class every week. I think martial arts are also a good way for children to connect in a safe environment. They are taught to respect each other, creating a friendly atmosphere.
Next, create an environment where your child feels supported. During the whole process of moving and once settling into your new country, you can imagine that you are busy continuously and you need to figure things out yourself as well. But it's important to stop every now and then, do nothing except be together with your children.
Yeah, your child will show more anger, be unreasonable, more clingy, crying a lot and be grumpy. When this happens, stay patient and loving. During these moments, you should show support and talk about anything that's going through the child's mind.
Again, in this situation, try to give the child a sense of control in the decision-making process. This feeling of being in control also helps the child and they will feel that they are taken seriously.
Yeah.
We read that it is important that your child is able to express what he is feeling, otherwise he or she can be frustrated and gets angry all the time.
Yeah. Start learning how to express feelings with your children as soon as possible. It will benefit them during hard times in the future. Teach your children to express feelings in words or through motion. The more a child can express, the better he can deal with the feelings he is struggling with.
A tip I got when I saw that my son was crying and throwing things because he felt sad is to name the emotions out loud when you see it or when you are feeling it yourself, such as feeling sad, feeling disappointment, feeling scared, and so on. This way, children can give a name to an emotion and are able to say it instead of not knowing how to deal with it.
Yeah. Another tip is schooling. The ideal scenario is to do your research on several types of schools before and visit a couple before the big move, right? Only then will you and your children get a good positive impression. But understandably, this is of course not always possible.
What you can do to make the transition easier is to move at the end of the school year. Also try to make sure that you enroll your child in a school that has similar curriculum. And when necessary, do extra work to catch up before starting at the new school.
Yeah. Don't focus on moving alone. It is important that the period before you move is not only about moving. Spend time as a family to do fun stuff and something that's not related to moving to the new country. A big challenge, since you probably have a whole checklist of things to arrange before going.
Next, stick to your regular routine. Whatever happens, wherever you are, children need routine. So before and after the move abroad, always stick to your regular routine. Sudden change should be avoided. If you have a bedtime routine, a Sunday morning routine, or a pizza night Friday routine, continue doing this even when living abroad in your new country.
Make sure there is closure before going abroad. Children need to be able to say goodbye to friends, family, teachers, and whoever that plays part in their daily lives. So start planning the go-away parties and again, stay positive. Let your children know that saying goodbye doesn't necessarily mean it will be over forever.
Have your finance set. Stressful parents are not a good thing and your children will pick it up straight away, making the moving process even more difficult. And let's face it, if you're worrying about finance, then you can't stop worrying about anything else. So make sure you have your finance set so you can focus on supporting your child in the whole moving process. Budget your move and your living expenses properly and expect unforeseen costs.
Yeah. We aim to earn several streams of passive income when moving abroad, so we can both be there for our son once we are living abroad. We have added several links in the description of this video so you can learn how we are able to earn through our online businesses.
So that's all about the tips that we have found useful and wanted to share today. As mentioned, they are all general guidelines and it is up to you as a parent to consider if these tips are necessary for your child. But
what we learned during the whole research is one important thing. Your child must know that wherever he or she is, you as a parent will always be there for him, no matter what country you're living in. You are the one where your child can find love, stability, acceptance, and above all, structure.
And don't forget to stay positive and patient, and above all, try to make the whole process fun when moving abroad with children. That's it from us. If you want to stay connected, please subscribe to our channel or click the notification button.
And you can always use the comment section to share your tips on moving abroad with kids. Hope to see you next time again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.